Welcome back to Janna's audiobooks. Let's begin with Part 7. The law of cause and effect gets involved in many lifetimes.
Part 7. The law of karma gets involved in many lifetimes. There are many effects that do not have sufficient conditions to occur in this life, so they will occur in the next lives. As we said above, the retribution for making someone orphaned by killing that person's parents is being orphaned. However, the killer is not orphaned in this life, so he will be in his next life. Or in this life, if you defraud someone and are not repaid, since you still have blessings, then in your next life you will be. Or in this life, you help many people to be sighted again, and many disabled people have wheelchairs, but in this life, you won't be disabled to be offered a wheelchair, so in your next life, you will be rewarded. But how will you be rewarded? When you offer disabled people wheelchairs, you help them travel more easily, so in your next life, you will have strong legs and cars to travel easily. There are some deeds we think are very ordinary, yet we will earn great blessings from them. In Buddhism, there is another concept known as reincarnation. When we come to the end of this life, we will be reincarnated in another life. So there is another axiom in the law of karma called samsara. However, samsara, or reincarnation, is not simply that we will start another incarnation right after we finish this one. After our death, our soul will exist in the metaphysical realm until there are sufficient conditions for us to be reborn. There will be people who will be our parents. We will be born again. Otherwise, we have to wait until we have all the necessary conditions. For example, in our previous life, we created good karma so that we would have a wealthy family. Our mother will be lovely, so her beautiful genes will be passed to us. Our father will be very talented and hold a high position in society. We will be the eldest son and have a younger sister. Our father will have a large family and he will be the eldest son. That is our karma for our next life. That means we have to wait until all those conditions are met before we can be reincarnated. Otherwise, we remain in the metaphysical realm waiting to be reborn and enjoy our blessings. In the metaphysical realm, we are happy and also have a lovely house, but we still have to wait to be reborn. When there is a beautiful mother and a talented father who is the eldest son of a large family and holds a high position in society, we will be reborn. Otherwise, we still have to wait for these conditions. So, we will not be reincarnated immediately after our death, but instead have to wait for many years, sometimes hundreds of years, for our next incarnation. During that time, we are a virtuous soul that has a house or a temple and is worshipped by people. When all conditions for us to be reborn occur, that is, a beautiful woman and a talented man get married, the man is the eldest son of a big family and holds a high position in society. When the wife starts to be pregnant, it's time for our reincarnation. There were some people whose karma was such that after their birth, 3 days later, their mothers abandoned them at the entrance to a temple. The temple then raised them, and when they grew up, they became monks. This is their karma, so their reincarnation had to wait until there were women who were too credulous to get into trouble. These women were too ashamed of themselves, so they left home and gave birth in another place. Although they loved their babies very much, they couldn't take them to their homeland. Consequently, after a few days of their children's births, they abandoned them in front of temples. This is the karma of some people, so they have to wait until many conditions happen. While awaiting reincarnation, our spirit temporarily remains in the metaphysical realm. According to the law of karma, our spirit has to wait for all necessary conditions to arise before it can be reborn. Otherwise, it remains in its place. Spirits that committed grave sins will be sent to hell to be tortured, but if not too egregious, they will become hungry ghosts and won't have any place to stay. That is, living people will not give these spirits food and will have no houses for them to live in. They will have to live in fields or trees. And when drunk men vomit their food, they will eat this food since they do not have a decent way to eat. During the Vulan festival, temples will offer food to all spirits, and hungry ghosts will compete with one another for it. Although spirits are mostly invisible and lack stomachs, they are tormented by hunger. Hungry ghosts sinned less grievously than those who are sent to hell, but they are still sinful. Hungry ghosts will rarely be reborn as humans, but as animals, such as dogs or chickens. More blessed spirits will have places to live in and will be offered food by their relatives, or they will stay in temples. The temples will provide food and chant prayers for them. While waiting for reincarnation, those who help maintain temples will also be blessed. When we are alive, we often visit temples to listen to the Dharma and assist with various tasks, which brings us blessings. Thanks to that, the law of karma dictates that we will be reincarnated into a wealthy family in our next life. When all the conditions for our reincarnation have not yet arisen, our spirit will live in a temple where it will be offered food and listen to sutras every day. No one sees us, but we still walk in the temple and guard it. We can influence others' minds to be gentle so as not to disturb the peace, since the dead people can influence living people's minds. Seeing kids playing loudly in a temple, living people will say, "Don't make noise," to keep the temple in peace, but dead people won't use words but directly impact their minds. A child goes to a temple and wants to get into mischief, but suddenly a thought crosses his mind. Temples are pure and peaceful places, and he doesn't want to get into mischief anymore. He thinks this is his own thought, but unexpectedly it is because the spirits in the temple affect his mind. These spirits continue to guard the temple, accumulating their blessings until conditions are sufficient for their rebirth, namely when wealthy couples begin to have children. The spirits then leave the temple to be born into these families, and when they grow up, they will return to temples to continue helping and cultivating the Dharma. Those who have served our country well, for example, generals and officials who were upright and devoted their lives to the people, have created great karma. When they came to villages and saw the poor roads and the lack of bridges across the river, which caused many difficulties and dangers, they criticized themselves. They decided to build good roads and bridges so the villagers could travel easily and reduce tragic deaths. These generals and officials will achieve excellent results in their next life. They will be reborn in noble, powerful, and wealthy families and will be paid for their schooling until they become leaders. However, while they wait for their rebirth, they are powerful deities with numerous servants and are worshipped in temples. In the past, high-ranking officials and generals who had served their country well were often revered as deities after their death and sometimes worshipped by the people. As with today, they will be deities after their death. They will have servants and soldiers, and when conditions are sufficient for their rebirth, they will be reborn into the human realm and achieve even greater results. Monks who have devoted their lives to cultivation, whose souls are extremely noble and who have done many good deeds for people, will come to heaven after their death. This is a place of joy and happiness. People in this place communicate with others through their minds, but not through words. One knows one another's mind, so they are sincere and happy. They will obtain anything they wish. For example, they want to live in a mountainous area. This scene will appear immediately. They hope to have a castle and beautiful clothes. These things will appear immediately. That is, they will immediately have what they wish. They live in love and happiness only. Those who practice the Dharma have a noble and pure mind and have done many good deeds in life will be reborn in heaven for sure. Although officials deserve well of the country, they will be deities but not saints after their death, because they do not have a pure and calm mind. They are sometimes in a bad mood. If they are ethical, have a quiet mind, and have never scolded anyone, upon their death, they will immediately become saints until all conditions necessary for them to be reborn into humans appear. Reincarnation. How is reincarnation? When our conditions for being a child of a couple come, our spirit will come to the house of this couple to play with them, although they do not recognize our spirit's presence. When this couple has sex, we have not yet been reincarnated. When the father's sperm enters the mother's body, our spirits have not yet been reincarnated. However, when the sperm fertilizes the egg, an embryo will be created. At that time, our spirit disappears, and our life is now in that embryo. We then forget all things from our past lives and live in an embryo that is too tiny to be seen with the human eye, but with a microscope that zooms in on its actual size thousands of times. The life of a man starts from that tiny embryo. Our spirit disappears, and we cannot remember anything from our past lives. It is said that before our rebirth, the devil forces us to eat porridge so that we cannot remember anything from our past lives. It's not true. Actually, the embryo is too tiny and does not have a brain to store things from our past lives. The embryo will develop according to the law of karma. For example, it will grow into a handsome, talented, and strong child. And when it comes to this world, the mother will be excited to have a good-looking baby, and a few years later, she will discover that her child is so talented. And when the child grows up, he will be as strong as defined by the law of karma. In our new life, we do two things. The first is that we get the results from our previous life. The second is to create karma for our afterlife. In this way, we create an endless cycle of reincarnation, where we end one life and begin another, repeating the process forever. Many of us think that because we didn't create much merit in our previous life, we are not wealthy and happy in our current life, and that we should create so much merit in this life to be better in our next life. This thought is very shallow. When we have a thorough understanding of our life, we will find that we are attached to the never-ending cycle of rebirth. Thus, even though we may be wealthy, glorious, or even a king in this life or that life, we still have to be reincarnated, which causes us tiredness. So, what dream should we have? We should have a great dream of being able to stop our cycle of rebirth. That is, we become truly liberated. Even though we are blessed to be reborn and attain a high-ranking position, we still have to strive to live, which makes us more likely to create bad karma. Because when we are in high positions, our orders will have a strong influence over others. Our wrong orders will make many people miserable. Thus, holding high positions is not happiness. So the best thing is to escape our samsara. And when we are liberated, we will help and support others in avoiding evil deeds and striving to do good deeds, thereby increasing their blessings. Ultimately, they can escape their samsara. This is the most beautiful dream. Paying homage to the 10 directions of the Buddhas, I am being attached to my samsara, which is very bitter and tired. Now I vow to be liberated, to end my ignorance completely, and to save all beings, as a way of returning the Buddha's favors. Initially, we believe we should strive to create more blessings. Still, when we understand the law of karma correctly, we will think that it's true to try to create blessings, but even when we have sufficient blessings for very high positions, we are prone to make bad karma. So we should not do it this way. This is the ultimate goal of Buddhism, which is to find a way to escape our samsara and achieve complete liberation. We must have the power of spiritual cultivation so that we do not have to be reborn. At that time, we become super saints who will help all beings in their cultivation so that they will become liberated. When we won't be reborn and have absolute bliss, Buddhism calls it nirvana. Nirvana is the status of supreme purity that cannot be expressed precisely in words. It is supreme wisdom that covers the entire universe. It is compassion for all beings. It is wrong and sinful if we think nirvana is something empty. The nirvana that Buddhas and arhats achieve is supreme wisdom that covers the whole universe and great compassion for all beings. That's why when we run into trouble, we pray to the Buddha, and then we will be supported, because in nirvana, the Buddha still loves and blesses us. He won't be reborn, but he always understands, loves, and blesses all beings on one condition, that when we obtain what we wish, we will do a good deed in compensation. How do we do it? For example, our house is suddenly being removed for a plan made by the state. Since we are less fortunate, the compensation money is insufficient for us to purchase a new house, which has enough rooms for worshiping the Buddha, for our cultivation, and for living. Please help me with this. If we pray with sincerity, the Buddha will help us. For example, an official passes by our house and asks us why we have not yet moved somewhere else. We will tell him the reason, and he will be wondering, why do you receive insufficient money in compensation? That's the rule of our state, we answer the official. The official will say, if the compensation money is not enough for people to afford a new place, we should modify the rule. Unexpectedly, we receive sufficient money for a new house, which means we can fulfill our wish. When we fulfill our wish, we must do a good deed in return. For example, when the state is building a road near our house, we should spend time working with the road workers, or we should prepare breakfast for them. Doing good deeds when we meet our wishes is by the law of karma. This way, we can understand the purity of the Buddha's nirvana. The way of karma gives us the answer that each baby has a different fate when they are just born. Some are born in good condition, while some are born in bad condition. Some are born into wealthy families, while some are born into poor families. Is this injustice? If not based on the law of karma, we cannot have a satisfactory answer. Some people think that it is God who has predetermined who will be rich and who will be poor. God is not evil like that. God is fair and robust, and He loves us, so He won't let this person be reborn into a wealthy family and that person into a poor family. Some people will say, being reborn in poor families to train ourselves. So why should some babies be trained and others not? There is no God who interferes in humans' fate, but the law of karma. The law of karma causes this person to be reborn into this family and that person into that family. We should not blame any gods or deities for our fate, but ourselves. When a baby is born in a poor family, we should know that this baby is less fortunate from an early age. If we love him, we should teach him how to create blessings when he is still a child. We should teach him to be honest, loving, and to help others. His life will change. Now, perhaps he is not good at studying, but if he makes an effort to do good deeds, diligently worships the Buddha, respects monks and nuns, and helps his friends, then after a few years, he will improve. That is the way of karma. If we profoundly understand the law of karma, we can help our children change their lives, and that is our pleasure.
In this chapter, we have seen that karma is not limited to one life. Some results come quickly. Some results take many lifetimes to ripen, but no cause is ever lost. Every seed we plant today will find its season in this life or in a life to come. Understanding this helps us live with patience and with purpose. Join us in the next episode as we explore the different levels of how karma ripens and returns.